hello, hello everyone. Welcome to our Quantum Psychic Akashic readings, clearings, healings, and many more things, or for short, requests. I'm Jon Binnie, your spiritual psychic mentor in Scotland, and we have with me the incredible, the fabulous, the magical Viviane Eller.
Hi, Jon. Thank you for the amazing introduction. And hi, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you, Viviane. Oh, and let me tell you about the mysterious magical ride of my internet breaking at home now,
Mm-hmm.
which is fantastic. Um, it feels like there's definitely a lesson in it, just for probably for me to slow down and stop uploading so much content and take a bit more of a break. So it did have a somewhat effect for that. Anyway, the engineer came today and he fixed it, and I said, "Oh, what was the problem?" And he said, I turned. He said, in his words were, "I turned the brightness of the light down," and it's like, "What do you mean?" and it's I have cable internet, so it's fiber optic, so light pulses of light that run through like a tube of glass in the cable itself. And he said, "Oh, I just turned down those levels; they become far too bright." I was like, "Oh, how mysterious!" So he just turned it down, and it's working fantastic. So it made me wonder that question. How will our electronics perform in 5D? So it's really funny to think about light levels and what happens when we shine too bright. Or maybe it's a lesson for me, and maybe I should pay more attention about what I do with my light and stop just splurging it out to the world. Be more conscious. I'm sure there's more lessons to learn.
Yeah.
And how have you been, Viviane, since we last met? How's your energy levels been?
Good, good. Well, I wanted to go out for a walk, but it was raining yesterday, so I wasn't able to do that. But I'm trying to do other things to ground my energy. I'm moving my body more. Even here in the room, I'm dancing more. I'm exercising and just keep my. I have fun dancing from one side of the room to the other. So, but every morning I do a little bit. I like to start my day by um, every morning after I have my breakfast, I write on my journal. I either a gratitude list or positive affirmations, and sometimes both. And then afterwards, I take some time. I always like to take some time to reflect and meditate and dance and move my body a little bit before we start the live stream to get my energy, my vibration high, and later in the day too. So yeah, so when I can't be out in nature, I do that. Just always move my body here too, and that helps me a lot.
Oh, yeah, I was dancing at lunch today in my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite tracks today were Poppy, who's like that metal singer, and Spirit Box. I love their name, but also their music.
Yeah.
And Stone Temple Pilots from the 90s.
Oh, nice.
It was a lot of fun. So I used to cover some of their songs in a cover band just a few years later. I remember seeing them live.
Oh, nice. I like them too. Yeah.
It wasn't that long before Scott Whelan passed, unfortunately, but yeah,
Yeah.
felt blessed to have seen them live.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen some very few bands live. Brian Adams 3 times live, and it's like
Oh, I love Brian Adams.
it's
He's cute
it's so
too.
cool. But it was like him. I didn't even particularly like his music at the time. I love it now, of course. Think back to all those. Those
Yeah. Oh, I love his music, and he's a cutie too. He was, yeah, he's on my part of my playlist too.
like, um, right. Well, the other thing I was going to say about energy is I know some people have been experiencing like
Mm,
different degrees of feeling like tired and
mhm.
a bit drained, and I definitely felt that in waves. I felt it more towards the weekend, and then I felt better like
Yeah.
through. I don't know. Better is kind of a judgment. And sometimes I feel like this. We're just being coasted through these energy waves of like
Mhm.
and you get to find your own cadence. And some of this is about us also learning how to adapt, right? To what's the term? Make hay while it's sunny. It's like you kind of harvest on the energy that, and when you feel full and your cup is full, and then when you're feeling depleted in any way, just getting like plenty of rest and drinking water and spending time in nature. And when
Mhm.
you want to shift between them, yeah, like dance.
Yeah.
I
I
had about an hour and 30-minute
yeah.
um,
I have not been
nap
feeling
after my dance.
tired, but had a couple days that I woke up with a migraine and then had headaches throughout the day. But um, overall, I'm not feeling tired, considering that I've been getting up early and um, should go to sleep earlier than I've been going to sleep.
Wow. And who was it that commented? Was it Leona commented about Chester being in the Stone Temple Pilots? You have officially blown, or whether it was someone else, and I've got it wrong. It's totally blown my mind. A bit like when I found out that the audio slave is actually Rage Against the Machine with Chris
Yeah.
Cornell as a singer. It's like, it's like, oh no, my mind, I can't cope. But it's so cool to rediscover. Um, well, we'll get on with the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please do keep your requests coming in caps. I've got, I think the royal we, Viviane is doing a fantastic job at tagging your requests, and I catch up when I remember. So please put all your requests in capitals, and you can ask for a whole wide range of things: quantum psychic readings, clearings, Akashic readings,
Mhm.
energy healing, past life. You want to know about your past lives. You want to know about your soul origins. If you need some past life healing, future lives, you want to meet your spirit guides, you want to answer some random question about your reality, and if you want home clearing, pet healing,
Mhm.
all these things and lightly more, just ask, and we'll do our best. We'll always discern what's appropriate and safe to do in a live stream. A couple of things we don't do are the significant negative entity removals or any kind of exorcisms on live streams. So they're much
Mhm.
safer in a one-to-one session. If you're making a request on behalf of any other being, including pets, then please do make sure you get their permission in advance and just state you have their permission in your request.
Mhm.
And you're all doing a fantastic job over recent weeks. Whenever your request is called, you say hello in the chat so fast. Else, you'll see me bring out the, the flute of summoning. So if you see me with a flute, you'll be like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I hope you're not waiting for me." To check the visual as well as the audios. And in case I forget, welcome and hello to all the lurkers, to the lurkers who are not talking, you're just watching. That's absolutely fine. Welcome. If you feel brave, then say hello in the live chat. Say hello to us. Let us know where in the world, where you're from, the continent, the hemisphere, the country, whatever you're comfortable sharing. Um, and for the work lurkers, leave your jobs. Tell your boss, that's it. I'm done. I'm leaving. Um, I'm going to focus on these live streams with Jon and Viviane, and I spend my days consuming all their content. Um, and if you're chore lurking, walking lurking, maybe in nature, yeah, just let us know your preferred path of lurking. I think yesterday I was internet fixing lurking as I was in Chloe's live stream
Yes.
in our live chat. and I was just pulling my hair, what hair I have out about trying to get the internet to upload some of my client sessions. So thankfully, I managed to get them all done. Hello to Genevieve. Genevieve says, "I'm chore lurking. I love Fridays is my chores day, and I love lurking at the same time as doing chores. It's a lot of fun." And Leon is lurking and painting. That's cool.
Nice.
Excellent. Right, I'll go ahead and create a safe space, and we can get started with your requests. Okay. So let's go ahead and please join us to take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves you, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. And focus your attention on the center of your heart, where the golden light of your soul enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, up into the sky and up into the stars. Reach all the way up to the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord, it's the highest dimension of source. Feeling into that oneness, that unity, that unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now this time from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light downwards, down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth. Reach all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above, Mother Gaia below, and your own light, expand out the golden bubble of protective light to surround you, about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good, your love and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into your safe space, invite in your spirit guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. Ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's session. And now, through space and time, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in the live streams and replays across Viviane and I's YouTube channels, and set the intention only energies and entities with Viviane and I's permission and the highest good love and compassion of all can see us, access us, or exist within this session space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into the session space for Viviane and I, inviting in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source and Gaia, and any other soul that Viviane invites in by name. And to set the intention for today's session, we are here to support your requests, from which you will put them into the live chat with all capitals. And once a request is randomly picked, please say hello in the chat as soon as you can. And at that point, we'll invite forward your guides and your higher self to be able to work on your request. And afterwards, we ask that you step back to give us space to help with the next request. And with this, we can get started. And so it is.
Thank you, Jon. Okay, I'm going to start adding a couple more requests that came through. Thank you for posting caps, everyone. And
yes, thank you.
Okay.
27 requests so far. Well, oh, some more.
Okay, let's think. Oops, okay, one more. Okay, I think I do. Okay, I have all the requests so far.
Oops. I'm standing on the...
All right, so I'm ready to select our first request. Make sure to say hi in the chat so that we know you're here.
Beneath my feet, I know calling to me.
Okay. Shell Primo, please let us know if you're here. Shell Primo, he is asking for healing and clearing. And you're here. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. That was fast.
Yes.
I see a lot of activity in Shelpre's aura. Like, I would describe it as chaotic energy, quite a lot of it quite negative energy, and it's blasting towards them. And it reminds me of when you used to see space shuttles re-entering the atmosphere and the, what do they call it, the heat protection, we kept flaming at the sides, the heat shield. There's that kind of energy. I'm just gonna first work on.
Okay.
I won't go any deeper than the aura yet.
Okay.
I'm going to use some dragon light language just to help push out your protective bubble out to a nice, healthy size and shape, at least 2 meters out from the center of your heart. Just allow your heart to gently soften and open and expand out your love, pushing out anything that no longer serves your highest good. And helping create this protective bubble that's solely under the control of Shelpree. Only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good love and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you, and that all other energies and entities must leave immediately. Okay, it's definitely creating more space. What have you identified, Viviane?
Scanning her body, I'm told to look into the heart chakra first. And now I heard heart and throat chakra need to be checked.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at the throat chakra yet. In the heart, I saw it's a small negative attachment, kind of like worming around, like kind of like writhing around in the heart.
Interesting. I see at the bottom of the heart, it looks like a metal chain, and it's forming a loop around the heart.
Thank you. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that because this entity's like it's trapped, like it's not happy being there. I can hear your heart, Shelpreet, saying your heart saying, I will starve you out. I will starve you out. So there's this, what that means is like depriving, one way of clearing negative entities is to stop them from feeding, and they feed typically on lower vibration energies. So when you starve them of that energy, they'll either leave or starve. And I feel it's often the way that antidepressants can have an effect on negative entities, because they draw our conscious awareness away from the very things that that feed them. So let's just clear this out. You do not have permission to be here. It's time for you to leave. Just containing the entity. Return to source or never return here again. I love the perfectly timed chime. Thank you, Archangel Michael. What do you feel about this chain that you identified, Viviane?
If feels attached to the bottom of the heart, but it's not really going up, deep into the center of it. And it wanted the from what I excuse me. Oh, now my throat is bothering me. It's it has looped around it, but you want it to be wrapped. It extends at the bottom of the heart. It forms a spiral, but the intention was to be wrapped around the heart and then squeeze it together. Excuse me. And I'm asking Archangel Michael for assistance to remove it.
Is your throat okay?
It's I felt like my throat is squeezing. Excuse me. Closing in.
Would you like me to help you with your throat chakra?
Please, because I think it might be related to what's going on with because I was told to look into the heart first and then the throat. Thank you.
No problem. So I'll just focus on you, Viviane.
I actually just heard the word suppression.
Yeah. It's a really dense, heavy energy that that chain, almost like it's made of lead. Is that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Just taking a look at your throat chakra and just disconnecting any energy that's causing you challenges. Durasata kara ini moro sotokoro to sinietka. And I'm just placing a protective bubble around your throat chakra, Viviane.
Thank you.
It's solely under the control of Viviane. Removed, modified, replaced at any time. Just giving your throat chakra space. Yeah, there's like this kind of what I saw as I pushed the energy out, I could see tail. It reminded me of maybe not so much like a snake, but like a thin tail that was very agile. It was trying to whap. I can't say the words. It was trying to wrap itself around your throat chakra and then tighten, like you're just that closing feeling. And as I couldn't see it until I pushed it out, and then it's like kind of whipping to try and get.
Thank you so much, because I feel much better actually, because I just felt it like closing the airway and squeezing in.
It's horrible.
Thank you. Yeah.
There is a connection between it and the chain, but I'm not sure yet what that is. So just making sure. Just going back to Shelpree. Yeah, this entity it's moved into the heart. I feel what I removed was a younger version. It was like a child or a spawn of that other entity. This entity wasn't there when I was looking at the heart. It's been moving around, and it seemed to attack. It was attacking you once I started. Removing its youngster. Let's remove this entity now. Containing it in a protective bubble.
I could see it like moving around, wiggling around the heart.
Yeah, I can see Archangel Michael's working on the chain. The chain seems to help. It's using it as a form of anchor to anchor it in place.
Yeah.
He's been working like on each link of the chain, like pulling it. He's been pulling each one at a time. I'm just going to give him a few moments to complete that. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael, please support.
Sorry.
Just like that. Please support also with some healing and protection. Thank you. Yeah, this entity's been there a very long time. It's grown. It like through life has grown in. It's only just realized that I've removed its child, and is now much more interested in trying to find its child. Okay, well that's good news because it's not here anymore. Okay. Just out of the heart chakra now. Cutting any cords, connections, contracts, or agreements. Archangel Michael, please return this being to source. Never return here again. And if it chooses either choice, please help it also locate its child, but to never return here. Thank you. Okay, good. And Archangel Raphael's working on the heart. And since this is quite a lot of work, especially for a live stream, it's going to give it a few moments to settle. I'll check in a moment.
Yeah, I see Archangel Michael behind her, standing behind her while Archangel Raphael is working on the heart. It's behind, watching the heart chakra from behind.
Excellent. And once we're done, Shelpree, please do take a look at my free meditations for negative entity and energy removal. So this will help you with your protection. I would recommend you start them today. And this is quite a big change. As we mentioned earlier, it's not usually something we would do in a live stream, but sometimes you don't know either. Sometimes this just happens. But we don't actively invite this level of attachment into these sessions, but everything for a reason. So please imagine it, that this is something that imagine that you've just booked a one-to-one session with Viviane and Jon, and you've just been through an hour-long session with us. And that the clearing is a huge and profound change to your energy. So one of the first things to do is after this, you may want to leave the live stream and get some rest rather than be around and receive the information of everyone else's requests. So take time to go and get some rest. You're not banned or anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And it's up to you if you stay or not. It's just a recommendation for rest, and then also drinking water, and then following up with these daily meditations to help with your protection. And it's not so much that entity that we've removed or entities we've removed. They're not as dangerous as the kind of this vulnerable state that you now enter, which is your recovery state. So just like when you're physically ill and you're seeking rest and recovery, this is that time to energetically, make sure you're nice and protected and rested. Because especially during the next few days, it can be a more vulnerable time for you energetically.
Yeah.
So I'll just put in the chat negative entity removal meditations. And these are the same meditations I do. I highly recommend you get started today, and I hope to help you on your journey. How's things looking, Viviane?
Good.
Wow, yeah, that's a big change, especially for the heart. Just look at it's such a lightening of Shelpree's heart. Okay. Good. Yeah, I hope that helps. Let us know in the chat how you're feeling. And please take good care of yourself. I hope this helps you on your journey.
Yes. Take care of the show. Wonderful. Okay. And thank you for helping me with the throat. I knew right away because I was fine, and like this is definitely related to what's going on with the show.
Yeah.
And
it's my pleasure, and I love that you're leading by example really beautifully, because it's so easy for us to. I don't know about you. Before all this, I spent most of my life believing that my body was like, oh, hang on, I've got a body malfunction. It's completely unrelated to what's going on in my life. And actually, my body was always talking to me, right? When it's like when you might be saying to someone, I've got a strange feeling about this, and someone's going, it's like danger, and you're like, oh, I have a defective body. I must apologize. Or when your throat dries up, you're trying to tell something to someone, and you're like, oh, I can't speak, and it's because your throat chakra is trying to is trying to tell you, I want to tell you more. I want to share more. I'm struggling expressing myself. And in this case, yeah, whenever we're doing this work, it's so important to especially verbalizing it, bringing your conscious
Yes.
awareness to it, and asking for help. It's an honor to be able to help you.
Thank you. Okay. Ready for our next request?
Which I will choose. I had a small pausing brain fart. It's like, what am I doing now? I don't know. I think this is where I put music on. I can see Jon singing very passionately. Oh, I just finished the song. Okay, choose the next request. Please say hello in the chat if your request is called. I received a letter from my inner child yesterday. Written when I was 6 years old. I used to go out. Healing readings by Donna Marie. Are you here? Donna Marie. Are you here? I was going to say, you know, the song I wrote today was called Edge, and it was playing earlier, right, just before the first request, and it was so ominous, and I was like,
oh wow.
Right? And Donna Marie's here.
Thank you.
So Donna Marie asks, may I please request a reading? Having sleepless nights, could you please bring clarity? What is waking me at night? Am I correct to walk away from someone? Okay. A reading. I feel like I've got some more throat chakra releasing to do. Luckily, I have a mute button. You don't need to hear it. So just asking Donna Marie to come forwards. Your guides. Being shown in your, and your guide is showing you lying down sleep at night, Donna Marie, and your consciousness is, so your conscious awareness is coming up out of your body, still feels quite anchored in to your body and into the third dimension. What you're opening up into is experiencing more of fourth and fifth dimension experiences. And so I can see, so if your body's like lying down like this, I can see this kind of big, almost like a mushroom shape, where there's this connection up into these higher vibrations and this big plume above you where your conscious awareness is like, whoa, this is huge, this is really different, and you're starting to get a feel for what's coming for you in your life. So more expansion, more excitement, more joy, and you're starting to get a feeling, like some senses of what your life could be like in these higher dimensions. And the sleepless part is what I'm seeing is that your guide's saying that you're struggling with what's there because there's an absence, for example, of some people, and it includes some loved ones that aren't there when you visit the fifth dimension. You're like, where's this person? Where's that person? And your guide's like, they're not here. Like they've chosen for the kind of space and time that you've chosen to access the fifth dimension. They're not there. They've chosen not to join there. And it's, especially when you're talking about the concepts of dimensions, these like layers of reality, like layers of a cake, and they're timeless, right? Our linear time, or our understandings and projections of linear time and timelines don't really apply so well in those constructs, right? So you can, in other words, you can turn up there and say, well, why aren't they here? It's like, oh, they haven't chosen yet, or they're not here yet, or they may or may not choose the fifth dimension. You're just going to have to wait and see. And it depends on what you choose yourself, almost like a coming together of like souls or ships in the night. You know, you don't really know. No one really knows who's going to join who and when and at which dimension. So Donna Marie says, wow, it seriously makes sense. I can't explain, but I feel it. Yeah. So your guide is saying, and it's interesting. I did a video about surrender at lunchtime. Your guide is saying, please do surrender and focus the energy instead of what's missing, what you feel is missing in your fifth dimension explorations. Focus your intention just before you go to sleep at night to explore, because you will find more loved ones through the explorations. You also find a lot more about these positive aspects. So, everyone's choice about where their consciousness exists and where we incarnate into is all our free will, and it's all a very beautiful experience. And whilst we'd all love everyone that we love, it's like, Viviane, we've got to go to the 5D. It's amazing. You're gonna love it there. I'll see you there. You know, it's like that. It's like that feeling of we all want to be there together, but we all get to choose, and there's a timing as well. And that question at the end, that heaviness of your question about walking away from someone, it's also connected with these explorations into fifth dimension, because I saw a really, as I said, you know, you're anchored into your body whenever you're exploring the fifth dimension, which is great, right? That's good. It makes it much easier to come back. Your guide was just saying it's too heavy an anchor for you, and that's causing some of this pull between. I can never do this on video with my hands. Pull between worlds. You're pulling yourself between third and fifth dimensions, and it means that the people that you're wondering about walking away from, as time goes on, as you keep doing your inner work and facing your shadows and raising your vibrations and exploring the fifth dimension at night, as you continue to do more of that, the vibrational gap, the distance between you is increasing. And so, in other words, for you, from your perspective, Donna Marie, this person that you're thinking about walking away from is getting heavier and heavier to you.
Mm.
And so it's still your choice, right? You have to make that free will choice, but be aware that everyone that we hold on to, and it's almost that feeling of, I just wish you would, stop eating meat, or stop, complaining about the news, or joining in the fear mongering, or stop drinking alcohol, whatever the choices that person's making. We all want better choices for each other, right? But we still, it's everyone's individual path. And so there's also a beauty in letting go. If you let them go, like let them walk free as much as you may choose to walk away from them. Let them make their own decisions. Because so many souls have come here, not to experience higher vibrations. That's not why they came here. They've got a lot of work to do, and they will benefit from that work before they choose higher vibrations, higher dimensions, whether it's this lifetime or another lifetime. I hope that helps, and thank you, Donna Marie, for entertaining me with your. I say entertaining, validating your feedback in the live chat. It's really lovely to receive. So thank you. How about you, Viviane?
Oh, Donna Marie, I saw you trying to sleep and feeling very agitated, and I was shown the image of first an amethyst crystal, suggesting it would be good for you to have, if you don't already have, an amethyst crystal on the nightstand close to you, and also a selenite crystal. And when it comes to the question, am I correct to walk away from someone? When I asked that question, I just saw the word yes just flashing in front of me as like a large neon sign. So absolutely. Oh, you have that on your nightstand? Yeah, because that would be good for protection. But it felt the bedroom. It felt also that it would be good for you to go around the bedroom and just clear the do a little bit of clearing of the energy on your in your bedroom. I see you standing at the center of the room and then going around clockwise, especially the corners, and with the intention to clearing the energy in your space, so to allow for more restful sleep. So,
Excellent. Yeah, your guide also mentioned to me, if you ever have any sensations around your legs, especially lower legs, feet, and like your shins and calves, etc., it's also that sign that you're kind of being pulled back. You know, that feeling of like, no, you're not allowed to have happiness. I can't be happy, so you've got to come back, right? And so there's that. Those are physical sensations to keep an eye out for, because you can also, you know, touch those areas of your body and say, who's been touching you? Like, what's been trying to pull me back and pull me down? And I'm sure you'll get a good answer. But thank you so much. I feel so thirsty today. It's so funny.
I know, I'm almost done with my water too.
An hour in, they're like, what?
And Donna Marie saying, thank you both. Yes, I had that last night. Okay, wonderful. Alrighty, so thank you, Donna Marie. And it's my turn now to select our next request. All right, selecting our next request. Oops. All right, I'll close my eyes. Be sure I'm on the right side of the screen here before I do that. Ooh, okay. Harmonious Insight. Please let us know if you're here. Harmonious Insight.
Here, yay.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. So you're saying, hi, please can you do a clearing and healing for me on my chakras that's blocking my path, and a message for my guides. I'm in a tough situation. Thank you both. Okay, sure. Clearing and healing for the chakras. Okay.
And just asking all the other beings that we've worked with today to step back from this space so that we can help harmonious insights, the healing and clearing and unblocking. Wow, you have a really bright light. Your body's illuminated so bright right now. It's funny, your higher self, harmonious insight, just said to me, yeah, but how do I turn my light down? It's like it attracts all kinds of noise. That's really fascinating.
Yeah, I see the light. It's the way I see it is it's shining from behind, like so she's standing there, always like coming like this.
It's cool. Oh, okay. It's your soul's light coming really strongly into your body. Yeah, okay. Your higher self is saying full force. I'm going through full upgrades and activation right now. Your higher self says, I'm all in. So that's your soul connection coming in through the back of your heart chakra and just illuminating you. So that feeling that you said about blocking your path, you're in from behind you. It's like your soul's like pushing you forwards, and so your body's like, oh, it's like you're kind of being pushed by this more dense third dimension reality in the front of you, and a very high vibration energy at the back. So feeling like quite squeezed. Let's scanning if you find anything in the body.
Not yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure around the front of the heart as a result. I guess that makes sense. If the strongest pressure for upgrading is from the back, there's something pushing against the front of the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
I'm sensing something in between the heart and solar plexus chakra.
Thank you. Yeah, there's some. Your heart says that it's a broken connection between the heart and solar plexus.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does feel conscious. It feels alive. It feels there's some attachment there. There is. Okay.
Okay, I actually see
And
the cord where it should be attached. I see it broken and it's actually swinging back and forth.
yeah, that's exactly what I see. There's like waving.
Mm. Harmonious Insight is saying had a bad argument yesterday with her parent and is also dealing with a breakup.
So I hear that. This I was Archangel Michael suggested I bring this attachment that you have, and it. Okay, so he's saying this is in part connected to the breakup you're going through. That's why we saw this, like we both saw this swinging tail between your heart and solar plexus, and it's because like when you're going through this cord disconnection, this entity was like connected to that cord, and so everything's kind of breaking apart, the cord connection into your heart, and then also imagine that this relationship that you've had, this breakup that you're going through, that someone has been able to come between your heart and your solar plexus, right? And that you could describe that as being how would I describe that as being like someone becoming between you and your own self-love, that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You okay, Viviane?
Yeah, no, it's just, no, I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Let me know if you need me to kick any ass. Okay, so let's take a look at this entity.
Yeah, I still see the cord moving. I didn't see the entity yet, but it makes everything you're saying makes a lot of sense. Now I actually see something towards the left of the cord.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just gently pulling it out. It's kind of cupped at the bottom of the heart chakra, this entity. So I'm just gently pulling it out. There's no rush. You no longer have permission to be here. It said it did come from the cord of the person you're going through a breakup with. Insight. So just like the entity's quite like it's not happy that it's there and in you. It doesn't. That was never its intention. It's kind of it's like it's accidentally been pulled across the cord.
Okay.
One person to the next. So I'm just removing it now. Return to source or never return here again. And it wasn't, how to describe this, you know, it's easy, especially when I use terminology like negative entity. It's just a way of describing perhaps the lower end of the vibration of the lowest frequency of a being. You know, we're all, I'm sure there'll be angels that describe us as negative entities, right? Because we're in 3D, we're much lower vibration. It wasn't all bad, right? It wasn't all negative. A bit like that, the relationship. There's happiness in there too, and that entity was a reflection of that too. So I know because we've just done a negative entity removal, and this is still significant, but just nothing like the same depth or that entity that removed, you know, in terms of its lower vibrations. Like it really wasn't as bad as that.
Mm-hmm. Now we can reestablish the cord, then reattach the cord.
Yeah, brilliant.
The connection between heart and solar plexus.
I'm just helping the solar plexus just open up gently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Okay, so okay.
I was just going to suggest the negative entity protection meditations as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just reading your comments. You said a relationship was great. His mother ended a relationship. That's why I get it. So sorry to hear that. That was really tough for you both. There's something really beautiful about that whole experience, harmonious insight. And I would say that there's still love there. And one of the best things to do for any cutting of cords and connections with others is to set them free, because I could feel that love you still have. And when you set people free that you love, you don't invite back like negative connections. You invite back, you know, only positive, only light, bright connections. So especially any feelings of like codependency, which I felt more with the solar plexus. So just allowing them and setting them free and using those words, you know, and thoughts with yourself. So next time you're thinking about it, saying, you know, I set you free. I set you free. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but love, and surrender to what happens next without conditioning. If that helps. And yeah, just it's easy for me on the outside to say all these words, and I could definitely feel the energy on the inside, and just to let you know that my heart's with you and wish you all the best for your journey.
Yes, thank you, harmonious insight.
And yes, we're still here for another hour to the question of, is it the end for today? No, we do 2 hours. Although it's been an intense first hour today, hasn't it?
Yes. Okay, Jon, it's your turn to select our next request.
Thank you. I am officially discombobulated. And a little music. Place your hands on your heart. It's love you choose, beautiful star. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. It's love you choose, beautiful star. Okay, Harley J, 1, 2, 3, are you here? Harley J.
All right, waiting for Harley.
Harmonious Insights. Thank you for confirming that your heart. You said your heart feels lighter. Whoops. It's like a Freudian slip. It's like, look what I just did.
Okay, Harley's I'll put Harley's request back on.
Thank you. That's so funny.
Yes, thank you, Harmonious Insight. And we're waiting for Harley. And while you request, see if you're back here. Harley, there you go. And Harley is here. Thank you, Harley.
Wonderful. Okay. And you've said, can I please receive a future self Akashic reading? Oh, and WA helpful? What does that mean? WA? I'm not sure. Does it mean with a reading with a helpful timeline? Can I advise myself on how to expedite reaching my goals? If I need a clearing, can I please have one? Thank you. And then some really broad-ranging emojis. I like the eclectic mix. Very cool. Okay, Harley J. And I'll go ahead and open the Akashic Records.
Okay, thank you.
Archangel Metatron, please open the Akashic Records, open the Akashic Records, open the Akashic Records. And we'd like to start. Thank you. Yes, thank you. And we'd like to start with Harley J, please. So a really interesting visual I'm being shown is first of all, the good news is you are on your highest timeline. So so the path feels good. And you know what's funny is, right? Thank you, Harley J. With yes. I'm officially discombobulated. So there's the first key message, right, is that being on your highest timeline is important knowledge, because if you know that, it means that everything that's coming into your life, you have the opportunity to increase the trust in saying, oh, this must be important. You know, these things aren't coming into your life just to annoy you, to get in your way, or to slow you down. Challenges and obstacles, they have very, very important lessons to learn. It feels a bit like my internet breakage comments earlier. You know, they are really like they're I feel I'm on my highest timeline. They're fundamental things for me to pay attention to and not just get really angry and annoyed with. The next thing I could see was so the path that you're walking right now, your path is narrowing. So I could see you, it's a bit like walking across like a thin bridge between, like in a canyon, like the Grand Canyon or something, and you're walking across this thin bridge. And the faster you run to get to the other side, the more you push towards your goals, the thinner the ground gets. And it thins and thins and thins until it becomes like you feel like more wobbly. And then eventually, yes, you may fall off. You may fall out of your timeline, your highest timeline, and into a lower version of it. Don't worry, you can still get back up, right? And so your guide said, just slow down and start receiving more, work more on your surrender. For where you've set clear goals, excuse me, where you've set clear goals, trust that on your highest timeline, you're going to achieve them, and that everything that comes into your life is here to help prepare you and support you. Because if you run too fast, this is why your highest timeline thins. If you try and push too hard and run too fast, you're not ready, right? It's like driving, a vehicle, a car across a rope bridge that's too thin, right? Actually, you still need to continue to do work on yourself. So whenever a challenge comes up, say, okay, what's this teaching me about myself? Is this something I need to do less of? Is it something I need to stop pushing so hard at? Is it something I need to just take another route around? What is the lesson that's trying to be shown to me here? Okay, that's me. How about you?
That was a great message. Harley, I heard a few words here from your Akashic Masters. First, I heard open heart, having an open heart, gratitude, be present in the moment, and self awareness. Those are the things that will help you um, achieve your goals. Being a highest a timeline.
That's
I just
excellent.
shifting consciousness right now. Shifting consciousness.
Mhm.
And I was shown an image of a heart with windows, shutters, and the the shutters opening to allow the flow, the in and out exchange. And I just heard let go of expectations. You want that. There's just like Jon mentioned, like surrendering to. It's important the way you surrender and you trust without being having set expectations that would make you start questioning the process. So I hope this was helpful to you, Harley.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey of surrender, and there's just something so beautiful about our highest timelines. You know, require and demand of us really very different mindsets, and it's a lot, right? Because they're the last things we really want to change. But
Mm-hmm.
I just want to just keep going the way I am, and then get all the goodies. And it's like, actually, there's still work to do to either enter it, and good news is you are there, and then it's a case of staying in it. Yeah, I love your guidance as well, Viviane. Really beautiful.
Thank you. And I feel is this message. Thank you, Harley, because I feel this is helpful to others. This message is helpful to others that are they're listening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I'm ready to select our next request.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and for responding so promptly.
So fast.
Yes. Okay. Chloe. Nice.
Cells of stars, we and blaze to realms of far.
Okay, Mickey 5342 happy. Please say hi in the chat. Make sure you're here.
Mickey's here. Fantastic.
Wonderful. You're saying, could I have a clearing healing with my communication with my guides to hear them clearly and tell me about them? Okay. All right.
My throat chakra. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing a dragon roar.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Just asking all the other beings to step back. So take a look. Mickey, your energy. Asking your higher self to step forwards and your guides. one of your guides is like knocking on your head, going, "We're always talking to Mickey, but it's not responding." Not what is it then? What they're tapping on your crown chakra, almost like you have a helmet on your crown chakra. What is this?
I see it too.
Your guide saying, "You know, John, you know this well. Sometimes we don't always want good advice. Sometimes we don't always want to hear good advice." Like, yeah, I can vouch for that. I don't always want to hear good advice. Okay. It goes, so there's some there is some guidance you've received from your guides earlier in life, Mickey, and you had a bit of a falling out with them about it. You seem quite young. This seems like your teenage years. They were wanting you to be more expansive. It feels like you were being asked, suggested to, or recommended to go through an awakening then. And it's very expansive. It feels like a very galactic awakening, including ET contact. And you're like, you're saying, "I'm not ready. I don't want that." And you put your helmet on. Your helmet is one of your superpowers. It to me, it looks like a World War II helmet. And it's something you may have developed during a lifetime as a soldier in World War II. It is highly protective. So the suggestion from your guide is that you don't need to lose it, right? Because you've obviously brought into this life for a reason, and it must be great to have, right? I'd love to have a energetic helmet like that. But when it's on, when you're all armored up, it's stopping. It's like it's stopping you from having like clear, concise communication.
Mm-hmm.
So the suggestion is, for example, when you sit in meditation, just at the start, is imagine just like a soldier would if they came into your house to meditate with you. You know, you just place your hand and you just say out loud, "I remove my helmet for now," and just place it down by your side. Perhaps hold it just down by your hip, whether you're lying down or sitting down. And then at the end, put it back on if you want, right? It's always there with you. You'll never lose it. So just like taking your hat off or putting it back on. And your guide says you've come a long way since your teenage years, and it's important to acknowledge the difference in both the growth of your guides, because your guides are living, breathing beings, right? So they've also come on a long way and matured, and they know you a lot better now, and you know yourself a lot better now. So there's this opportunity for you to rebuild that relationship and start afresh. And let me see if there's any other tips that you can do, and just take a look at your connections as well, your crown chakra. Yeah, they said speaking out loud is really powerful for you when you talk out loud, because your outbound speech has always sat outside of your helmet. That's never been blocked. It's the receiving part. It's the receiving back into the crown chakra that's been blocked. So yeah, you may also benefit when you're receiving. Is just have one hand on your heart and one hand at the top of your solar plexus. So you've taken your helmet off and you've got one hand on your crown, one hand on your heart, and just doing this like you're lifting the left hand off the top of your head, like you're opening up your crown chakra to receive, and paying attention in particular to communication coming down into your heart. Because what's important when you connect with your guides is that they don't just talk to our minds, right? Like like I'm doing right now, right? It's just like, I'm a human, I have a mind, I have a mouth, and it just that's what we're like as humans. I am. Whereas our guides can speak multidimensionally very easily with us. And so beyond just the words, there's the feeling they want to bring in as well. So imagine, I imagine like little letters of love coming down into my crown chakra and then just working the way down to my third eye, throat, into my heart. And I pay a lot of attention to how the words feel the energy, because they're encoded, they're wrapped in the beautiful love energy. That's why it's like a letter of love. It's like the envelope wrapping around each word. Okay. And I haven't well, other than the quite sassy attitude of your guide, I haven't asked much about them. I love sassy guides.
So,
Have you found out anything about them, or I can do that?
not yet. I actually saw Mickey in the middle. There's one guide on each side of her, and they were talking to her, but there was a little bit of stubbornness coming from her, for that younger version of her, and in a way telling herself like, I don't want to be different that way. That's what I heard. She didn't want to. She wasn't open to that. But then I heard, you are open now. You're ready now. And I actually, she had headphones on, and she was just like writing, and she's like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. I don't want to be different that way. So let's see what else they can tell her about him.
That's cool. The spirit guide I'm talking to for you, Mickey, is her name is Anasi, Anacie. I don't know why this is important, but she's telling me anyway. She says she used to play the cello, and that's how you might remember her the most, when you shared a past life together. And it does feel around the 1940s.
Wow.
And she was quite young at that time. I feel that's like some of that teenage sass, right? It's like that's how you remember each other. There was a lot more banter than, I often feel like I'm very grown up with my spirit guides. So yeah, I love that.
That's interesting. They said, I heard them say, while we're watching you grow and evolve, we're always here. You can always talk to us, just, like you're having a conversation, you're facing us and having a conversation. And I heard them say, you still have that little bit of stubbornness in you, but you are more open. And they said that in a nice way. It's like, okay, they love that younger version of you. So it's just that you have that little bit of stubbornness you had from before. There's still part of you, but you are open and willing now. And again, they encourage you to talk to them, and again, they're always with you and watching you grow. They did not give me names. And I continue to see one on each side of you, the two that came forward for you now.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. Your guide was saying, sometimes I feel this with my family, especially my kids, because I know their souls from other lifetimes, right? And it's so easy to look at another, like, especially someone younger than you, thinking, like, were you really like my parent in a previous life? And then, like, that feeling of just knowing the soul behind the personality, and that's what your guides are inviting you to do. It's like, you have had some, funny and fiery relationships, and like that's like relationships with some of your guides. And it's that feeling of stepping beyond that, behind those sometimes it's been a human past life you've shared. There are these beautiful, expansive souls. They were just channeling themselves into a human at that point, at that time, like squeezing themselves into a human form. So yeah, there's a lot to rediscover. I hope that helps you, Mickey. Thank you so much for your request.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
My turn, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
More combobulated. There we go. Yes, please do drink as much water as it feels right.
Mhm.
It's juicy. Seeking Justice 996. Are you here? Seeking Justice 996. Are you here? And Mickey says, thank you. Some smiley faces.
Okay, waiting for Seeking Justice.
We haven't used the flute today yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now is the perfect time. Seeking Justice, are you here? Summoning Seeking Justice. That felt like it was going somewhere. I don't know where. Seeking Justice. Oh, and apologies for spelling, call it Seeking Justic. Seeking Justice. Are you here? Seeking Justice. And just double check on your device that that it's showing live.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to show. You can't even show it on screen where it's like
Yes.
here. When you touch the screen, it will say like live, and then you click the button. Because I had such bad internet yesterday on Chloe's live that I was behind every few seconds. I had to keep pressing it to catch me up. Yeah, otherwise you just get us not responding in real time to you when we're calling your name. Because we're future people that can't hear them, or whichever way around you choose to perceive it. Okay, Seeking Justice. Last call for Seeking Justice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost 555. We'll give it to 555 in the UK.
Okay. In the meantime, I encourage everyone to subscribe to our channels. If you're lurking and didn't subscribe, it's free to subscribe, and you can book a private session with Jon or with myself. Thanks for pointing. And Cheryl was saying, thanks for pointing that out. Learned something new today. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's 555.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and 1025 in India. Okay. My turn again. Oh, I was about to turn up the music, but it's our live streams. That would like totally confuse me. No, I don't want to hear ourselves with another lag. No, I did it again. Right, Jon, behave yourself. You can do it. Between worlds, beneath my feet. Okay, Rhonda, are you here?
And Cheryl was saying 6:55 a.m. in Hawaii.
Wow.
Really. Thank you for being here, Cheryl. Always supporting us.
Thank you, Cheryl. I always get confused with Hawaii, whether you're in the past or the future compared to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're in the future. I think it's, if that's the morning for you. So does that mean it's Friday in Hawaii? That'd be so cool. Rhonda, let us know if you're here. Rhonda Burhow, are you here? Rhonda Burhow, oops. Are you here?
Thursday. She's saying Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, Rhonda, please let us know if you're here.
The flute may have to come back. You can do it. You can redeem yourself. The last time didn't work.
Oh,
Yay, the flute worked.
thank you.
Rhonda worked. Maybe the flute just adds. Oh, and Seeking Justice. Sorry, Seeking Justice, you were over 2 minutes late after we waited for a while. So you can still get still a random pick, so you might get chosen the next one. You still have an equal chance of getting chosen next time. So Rhonda, thank you for your request. Hello to you both. May I have a healing for my lungs, please? Thank you so much. And sending love. Oh, is that a like a starfish or a crown? I can't make out that little emoji. And a heart and a butterfly and a wand. Or is it like a conch shell? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
I feel like it's one of those, you know, those like psychology tests, like, tell me what you see, John, when you're looking at this picture. It's like, it's my mother. I don't know what that is. Very cool. Okay, so let's ask one step forwards. Asking all the beings that have worked with us today to step back, inviting forwards Rhonda, your guides, your higher self. Help with the healing for your lungs. And just bringing down this really gentle source love energy. It's a loving sparkles, just like sparkles coming off the end of that wand, floating down. This is very gently making their way down through your head and neck, shoulders, and then just coming down and focusing into your lungs. And just breathe as gently as it feels right. It's just relaxing your chest. There's nothing specific you need to do, Rhonda, just to relax. And these sparkles are coming in and they're pushing out some of this heavier energy. Like they are the sparkles are they're the opposite of the energy that's in your lungs that needs to come out. And the energy that's coming out of your lungs is being radiated outwards. So it's a little dark sparkles are being released very gently. And I'm just collecting these as they come out. And to help shake up some of this energy in your lungs, I'm going to use some dragon-like language very gently, just a gentle roar. Just imagine it's like standing in the sunshine and just feeling the sunshine on your chest, just gently warming your chest, opening up your lungs softly. Wonderful. It's supporting these sparkles are now taking the place of where that heavy energy sat. Return to source or never return here again. And then just releasing anything that doesn't serve your highest good, anything remaining down your heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral and root chakra deep into the earth. Mother guides transmute. Okay, good. How are you getting on, Viviane?
Just, focusing on sending healing to I see just focusing on sending the healing energy to her lungs.
Beautiful.
I see a beam of green light to each one. And now I'm grounding that energy. Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. I hope that helps. And please take good care with your lungs. They're quite, although it's a very gentle and loving healing, it's still very powerful. So just make sure you get plenty of rest.
Yeah.
And I could really feel like the shift in your lungs. I hope that helps you. Let us know in the chat. Please take good care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Seeking was asking about live. Yeah, that's right. YouTube will constantly lag you behind live. The good news is that, and it all just depends on your internet connectivity. The good news is that at least you get to keep watching us, right? Otherwise, you just get a stopping and starting. But the thing to do is just check on the bottom left somewhere, maybe down here, where my hands are, just about here, you might see a little live button, depending on the app or web or whatever you're using. And just keep checking on that. Make sure it says it's red. If it ever turns, a little light next to it is no longer red and it goes white, I think, it means that it's behind, it's lagging behind. So Seeking Justice, you don't get to hang on to the previous selection, but you never know. We're about to choose a new one, so let's just see what happens.
Sometimes we choose the same person that was chosen before, so you still have a chance to be chosen again.
Yeah, sometimes it happens 3 times the same.
Yeah.
Like the universe is like, no, this must happen. So please do know there's a reason for everything. Even the internet lagging behind, there's always a reason.
And
okay.
Thank you, Rhonda. I'll select Rhonda is saying thank you both very much. I could visualize both of your healings, sending love, and the hand sign is I love you in sign language. Thank you so much.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so
great to know. Thank you.
All right, so select our next request.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Lulu, the quiet flame, please let us know if you're here.
Lulu,
the quiet flame, please let us know. Say hi in the chat.
You know, I have this, hang on, I'll just type this. Yes, you are here. Thank you, Lulu. I have this really silly game in my head, right, Viviane, which is when I'm going beep, boop, beep, when I'm making those sounds, I'm like watching you and I'm thinking, when is Viviane about to like show the request? I need to stop going beep boop. And then I'm like, or I need to like, you know, doing this, I get to beep boop, but like,
okay.
It's just so insane. But it's a lot of fun. And maybe I'm getting better at it because it has like my conscious awareness. And then I worry that I'm influencing you. Like I'm making like you hurry up or something. It's like, no, I don't, like just take as much time as you want. Okay, the inner thoughts of Jon.
Thank you, Lulu, for responding so fast. And I saying good morning. May I get a healing on my left shoulder? I've already lost 2 days of work. Oh, okay. Sure.
And thank you for the emojis too. I'm a big emoji fan. Okay, let's take a look. Just asking all the other beings that we've worked with today to step back and give us space. And asking Lulu, the quiet flame, to step forwards your guides and higher self. Let's take a look at your shoulders. There's so the two really loud, powerful messages. The first I heard was, this was your guide, Lulu, saying you've got to accept help, and that you're holding this weight, this burden on your shoulder, on both shoulders, but the help, the left side, receiving side, you're like fighting again, and your body just said, this is what you were saying, Lulu, was like, said, help, what do I need help with? And so with that attitude in mind, well done for asking for help. It's fantastic that you've come for some healing help. But I feel like these are more messages about the prevention. So, you know, when and it's interesting because I have an old skiing injury. I've only skied once, actually. I never went back after that.
Too, only once.
It's on my left shoulder, and it's a hilarious story, but that's always been a growth area for me, is receiving help, and receiving help with the burdens. When someone offers help to me, to offer to carry a burden, it shocks me. I'm like, why would they help me? And I feel actually it's a very beautiful thing to encourage, others to ask for help. I'm mincing my words, and to also receive it. Let's take a look at the healing. How'd you get on, Viviane?
I also feel like when you said ask for help is to believe that to ask for help, and that you will get done, the task will get done. It may not be done the way you were going to do it specifically, but the end result will be achieved. So that is also letting go, because sometimes you feel like I want to do it myself because it may not be done properly if I ask someone else. But let go of that expectation.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Thank you. As you're describing it, I was shown a visual of, the heavy burden energy coming down onto your shoulders, and then you brushing some of it off, like releasing some of it. And I saw that energy falling to the ground, and that your reaction to that was like, I don't want to know, like, stop, don't drop the ball. And so as it hit the ground, I then saw that dark energy, that burden energy it was a seed, and it began to grow all by itself. And when we plant seeds, we have no idea what's going to happen, right? We don't know what's going to grow, but it's a really beautiful surrendering moment.
Yeah,
it's helping with the healing now. Okay. And then just there's some blocked energy as well. I think this is low vibration, like burden energy that needs released out through the arm. So I'm going to drain this out through the arm, into the hand, out through your nerve endings, your reflexes, and your hands. Return to source, or never return here again. And I'm just going to do the same on the other shoulder to make sure you're nice and balanced.
Yes, I was thinking about that too. Wonderful.
And if you're curious what I'm doing, I'm kind of just like baking this source love energy into your shoulder and kind of compressing from like the scapula back to the shoulder, and then draining out anything in the right side also that no longer serves you. That's good. And it's funny, usually I work from the front. This time I was guided to work from the back. Return to source, or never return here again. And then just grounding all this source love energy I brought in down through your whole body and releasing into earth. And so your guide is reminding me, Lulu, there's a really helpful practice is for you to start talking to your body. So talk to your body about the this injury on your left shoulder, and talk about like how it happens, like, you know, what are the lessons that you're being taught here. And this communication I heard as well is like, ask your body, well, what do you need? Because there was some suggestion, I don't know if you got any of this, Viviane, a suggestion of some gentle movement, like really, really gentle. So having some, just a little bit of movement is helpful. Like not trying any like crazy dancing around or anything. It was just more like, I just saw you just very gently moving, because it helps a little bit with the recovery. And so whenever you're doing any movement, or whenever you're having any aches and pains, place your hand gently on the affected area and ask your body, what can I do to help? The lessons are important. They help stop, they help with the healing and prevention. And then the communication of touching and talking to your body will really help you, like, just like if you're talking to a friend as a patient, right? Like, how can I help you today? How's your shoulder feeling today? Like, talk in that way to your body, in that loving, supportive way.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you. Hope that helps.
And
is it my turn?
Yes.
Thank you. I slow down. Great song, Jon. Oh dear, so self-indulgent. Okay, here we go. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Joe Megan B 6365. Are you here? Let us know in the chats. Joe Megan B. And a reminder for everyone, check down here somewhere, or somewhere here in the screen, and make sure that you're a little red light next to the live button to make sure you're live. And Joe Megan B is here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Joe Megan.
And how are you feeling, Viviane?
Good. Yeah, thank you.
Would appreciate messages from my Akashic records and guides, and any healing clearing I need. Thank you. Emoji and a rose. Wonderful. And a repeat of those emojis in the live chat. Thank you. Asking all other beings step back, and for Joe Megan B step forwards. Just asking for your Akashic records as well. I think you beat me to it, Viviane. The message I'm being shown, it's a continued theme of, well, there are some overlapping themes with the rose. I was first shown a flower bed. I was like, oh, how exciting! What does this mean? And in your future ahead of you, in your Akashic records, I could see these seeds that you've been planting. Like, we're in spring, right? For the Northern Hemisphere, the seeds that you've been planting in your life, they are starting to bear fruit. They're starting to come to fruition. And I saw you laying down, and it's really fascinating visual of you're actually lying in the flower bed. So in many respects, you are the seed that you've planted. You are all the hard work you've been doing in your life so far. And now is the time to step back and allow the rest of this garden, this reality, the beauty around you to grow, as well as yourself. But in other words, you don't have to push so hard now, because you've been doing a lot of the hard work now. So definitely resting and connection with nature will really help you do that as well. You know, witnessing other living things. You see me talk to trees every week at least. You know, seeing what's happening in nature and observing, especially if you go back and visit the same place maybe once every week or two, and seeing their evolution. that, you know, nature's never pushing. There's always this receiving and nurturing energy of the sun and the nutrients of the earth and the energies. And it's like this lovely, like, co-creative cultivation. So that observing the changes in nature and the cycles of spring will also help you connect with the same reflections in your life. And as you're, you know, a fun task to do is, as you walk around in nature, you know, see how nature's reflecting aspects of your life back. So like, oh, look at that tree. That reminds me of that thing I did, you know, 6 months ago. And look how it's blossoming. That's so cool to see. So there's patterns reflected back to you for you to have fun and explore with. And I'll just check on any clearing and healing, and give space for Viviane.
Thank you, Jon. Jo Megan, I heard, I saw a red rose after opening your Akashic Records book. I actually saw a red rose on top of the book. And then I heard, focus on your passion, your joy, and everything will flourish. And I heard, allow, be present. And when Jon was talking about spending time in nature, I heard, take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. So if you walk by a tree and you see how beautiful it is, take a moment to, actually something that I do, to stand there and just really tell the tree, oh my God, how beautiful you are, and say, oh, you're so beautiful, and enjoy that, soak that in. And I see you doing that, and everything becomes more colorful. The colors become more vivid when you do that. I see the grass is greener. Everything is just vivid and brighter, and there's like a glow around you when you're doing that. It's just the beautiful time in nature, connecting with nature and soaking that beauty in. And did you say anything that needed to be cleared, or?
That's fantastic. It's so beautiful as you're describing it, because I started working on Jo Megan B's heart, the heart chakra. And there's some feelings, there's some inner resistance that you have to these beautiful messages both Viviane and I have shared with you. Is this feeling of like, I'm not worthy? Like, could it really be me? Yes. It could absolutely. It is you. And you know, sometimes you're putting other people on pedestals and going, oh, they're just so amazing, you know. They just, you know, no wonder they're so, like, you're projecting on them. They're so good looking, or they're so beautiful, or they're so rich and successful, they're so lucky. And actually, you can be all the things you seek. And so I saw with your heart's just inviting you to soften and open more. And just as you were describing the tree, Viviane, I saw you, Jo Megan B, like hugging the tree and make sure your heart touches the tree. Do ask permission, right? Don't just go, tree, and like run up and grab them. Like, go and ask and say, tree, is it okay if I hug you? And say to it, say, could I give you a heart hug? And by that, I mean, you're touching your heart with the tree. And trees' heart chakras are often a similar height to ours, or a bit lower. So just know that you're really touching hearts of another being, and the tree especially going through this growth and flourishing cycles, encouraging your heart. It's a way of kind of encouraging your heart to mirror the behavior of the tree of another being. There may also be some loved ones that you enjoy a heart hug with, but I'll leave that to your discernment about who that may be. And rather than surprise them about trying to squeeze in your heart into like touch someone else's, like tell them that. Say, have you ever heard of a heart hug? It's like a hug, but you make sure your hearts are touching, and it's a bit of a squeeze with each other, right? It's a nice big squeeze. So perhaps ask permission as well.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. It's actually something that when I walk by a beautiful tree, it's like, oh, look how beautiful you are. And if I'm food shopping and I walk by the flowers, and I like just take a moment to stand there and tell them how beautiful they are too.
Oh, that's beautiful. It takes me ages to get to flower shops. It's like I go to like if I go to IKEA, I'm like, hello, and it's like touching all these old leaves. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I walk by them, I take a few pictures, and I'm just like, oh, look, you're so beautiful.
and they're all like this. They're like, look at me, come and see me.
Thank you, Joe Megan. And okay, I'll select our next request. All right, close my eyes.
Burn out of these dreams we're sold. We're trapped in a matrix. We're learning to escape it without love.
Hey, Julie Wallace, please let us know if you're here.
Julie Wallace, are you here?
Waiting for Julie Wallace. And look at Shannon wrote a beautiful message there. She was considering having a tree taken down by her home. And then she's saying for safety, but when she hit another tree, the tree said, we're here to protect you. And the tree remains strong and protect the home. Beautiful.
Excellent.
And Julie is here. Julie Wallace is here.
Hi, Julie. I had a similar experience. It was actually a gardener that visited. We have not trees in our garden, but like huge bushes. And one's giant. It's like, it must be almost 2 stories tall now. And it was before I learned how to do psychic tree talk. And the gardener said to me, he's like, I said, will it fall in a storm? It's like, he said, look at it. It said, like, you're going to fall in a storm before that does. And it's like, wow, yeah, you're right. It's kind of like this. It's like the stockiest, thickest bush you've ever seen in your life. And I think it's been almost, the previous owner just kept cutting it back. So it just kept getting thicker and thicker. And yeah, it's very, very protective, which is beautiful. So thank you, Julie. And thank you for saying hello. Please remove the black area in and around my throat chakra and restore flow throughout the meridians. Thank you.
A lot of throat chakra today, huh?
Yeah. And take a dive in first. It's funny, that song that was playing is called Inner Voice Sing, very chakra focused. Okay, let's take a look. Just asking all other beings step back. Oh yeah, I see this. Around your throats. It's like there's a dark, misty energy, like cloudy energy swirling around the throat chakra. It's not nice at all. I'm just going to contain this energy, and I'm going to use some dragon light language to burn it away. Release its grip. Ora satarinio toko roso romatiaka. Ora sanini tinimioto. Okay. Yeah. Sara. Okay. Return to source or never return here again. That being self-identified, so just take this message for what it for what it is, with the little trust you might give it. But it called itself like a dark elemental, like a dark air elemental. It actually called itself a dark dragon, but I think it was maybe just playing a bit on my interaction with it.
Mm. You know, as soon as I tuned into Julie's energy, even before I had a chance to look at I saw what you did in the throat, but even before I had a chance to tune into her throat chakra, I felt a tight squeeze in my solar plexus towards the left.
Yeah, wow.
Went away, and then I saw,
You said that.
yeah, I see a vertical. Then I saw a vertical, like it looked like a metal bar in that area.
Yeah, what is this? I was just asking. Archangel Raphael jumped in and described it as it's part of a supporting framework.
Okay.
Does this serve? Because I felt that didn't
Yeah.
feel great. Archangel Raphael, is this serving Julie's highest good? Not so much now. He says it's too short now.
Mhm.
It was to help reconstruct, to support the regrowth of Julie's solar plexus chakra.
Mhm.
It reminds me of a flagpole, and so it's like it's strong, but almost like when you see these trees, there's loads of them around us now that our housing estate's over 20 years old. The trees that were held up by these little props and
Yeah.
like a wooden stake, but it's way outgrown that, and some of them have even grown around them or reject them, whatever. Like it feels like that kind of tension.
Mhm.
Okay, let's just see. Is this ready to come out? It is ready to come out.
Okay.
It came from a collaboration with Julie and one of her guides. So I can give this back to your guide. So you're never losing out on anything. And it's something you can always, so if you ever have any challenges with any of your chakras again, they can work with you and help bring this back.
Mhm.
So just help and bring it forwards. I'm rotating it and bringing it outwards
Mhm.
from vertical to horizontal, and then just pulling out gently. Okay, and just cleansing this. Yes, Spirit Guide, please take this for Julie. If it's no longer required or you no longer require it, please dispose of it, return it to Source, or to never return here again. Otherwise, please keep it back from Julie unless she asks for your support again. Thank you. Okay, yeah, your guide is kind of, it's like they put it on, they've got a hip, what do you call it? Like almost like a utility belt. It looks a bit like that. And they've just stuck this little, this pole, this structure,
Mhm.
this rod down the side. Okay. Julie's solar plex is really fascinating experience. When I was humming, I don't know if sometimes it gets filtered out by the software we're using. I could, as soon as I made like this noise, like this Julie's solar plexus chakra started shaking and vibrating and shifted out of phase. And that's what the rod was there for, was to help, like kind of, like a flag like flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's like it would hold, like help with anchoring. And so, but what was different before is it was smaller. Now it's much bigger, and it feels like this is a superpower you have, Julie. I feel this is we would describe it in everyday language as an empathetic superpower, so that you can feel the vibrations, especially of other people's solar plexus. So their energy, their fire, their self-trust, their nurturing, their, the foundations of their self-love, the connections, the bridge to their inner child. Like, there's so many aspects that you can feel. So when you're around other people, whenever you feel your solar plexus, in particular, you might feel in your stomach and that your sternum, your digestive system, whenever you feel that kind of fluttering feeling, just, if it's ever uncomfortable to you, just place your hand on your solar plexus and just say, I push this energy out. I don't need this energy in me, just to push it out of you. And it'll stop you reacting to it. But sometimes you may want to feel it more. So if if you're talking with someone, you really want to build up that empathy, and I just encourage you to visually touch. I always do that when I'm talking to someone with matters of the heart. I touch my heart, and it's a way of, like, visually affirming as well, like physically affirming how you're feeling about someone, about their emotions that are resonating out from them. I feel it's a lot less creepy than receiving their energy and saying nothing, like an acknowledgement. Okay. And how's everything else looking, Viviane?
Good.
Good. Great. I hope that helps you, Julie. Let us know. And we're just over time. So.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I will bring our session to an end, thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron. Please close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records, and asking all of us to step outside of the shared space and remain in our individual protective bubbles for as long as we choose. As I clear the shared space out and return to source, or never return here again. Please do get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water, as much as it feels right for you. And thank you so much, everyone. Please do like, comment, both live and in the replay. You can hype us, you can share our videos, shares with the world. And of course, you can also donate to support us in this work. It greatly helps us in our channels and doing this work free of charge. And also, thank you for checking us out for one-to-one bookings. We love supporting people one-to-one as well. So thank you so much. And when are you next back, Viviane?
Well, I'll be back with you on Monday, and then on Wednesday, I am on at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. I will see you all back on Monday, the 27th, at the same time. Same bat place, same bat channel. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Bye.
Sending love. See you. Bye. Goodbye.